Have you ever noticed, have you ever felt alone in your walk with God? Like he's with you, but it still feels like everyone else out there living their best life and you're stuck in a quiet space. I felt that this year, and let me tell you, I learned a lot about being set apart. First things first, being set apart doesn't mean you're being forgotten. For most of this year, I felt isolated. My circle was shrinking. Opportunities felt like they were passing by, and I didn't quite understand why God was pulling me back so much. If you've ever been there, you know how hard it is to sit with it. But what I didn't realize was that in this period of quiet was place where God was doing the deepest work in me. A lot of times God separates us from noise not to punish us but to protect us. But if I'm being real, I've been guilty of chasing other things or people that wasn't right for me. Some of them weren't even bad, but they weren't meant to go with me to the next level. There was a point this year where I stopped chasing. I realized that chasing validation, popularity, or even old habits wasn't bringing me closer to God, wasn't bringing me closer to where God wanted me. In fact, it was pulling me away. So I had to learn to be okay with the silence. And let me tell you, it wasn't easy. But God's timing is always on point. I started to feel God moving in silence, like He was saying, I'm doing something in you, but you need to trust the process. In that quiet, I learned that being set apart is not about missing out. It's about being prepared for what's coming next. At this point, the truth I've learned. Sometimes God remove you from the crowd so you can hear His voice more clearly. The noise around you can distract you from His purpose. The more I allowed myself to step away from the noise, the more I've been able to hear His directions for me. I used to think being set apart meant I was missing out, but now I see the way God. But now I see it was a way God was pulling me into something deeper, something real, something that's not based on the world approval, but on His calling for my life. So if you're feeling isolated right now, or like you don't fit in, or like things aren't going the way you want that you thought they would, know this: God's preparing you for something greater. He's refining you in the quiet and being set apart. Might feel lonely, but it's where the true growth happens. I'm thankful for the quiet now. It's not a punishment, it's a privilege. And in the silence, I found that God is closer than I ever knew.